what's good? Welcome back to another episode of the Henny Nights Podcast. As always, I'm your host, your brother Jay White, coming to you live from Cali Society in the heart of downtown St. Louis. If you ever thought about starting your own podcast, this is where you need to be at. All the mics, the soundboard, the ring lights, a full-blown studio. This is where you need to be. If you wanted to come up with the format or needed some assistance and need that little push, tap in with Cosy Society, man. Also, if you ever wanted to have a co-working event, you wanted to launch a brand, you wanted to network with some people, Cosy Society doubles as a event space as well. So make sure y'all tap in. That's KAZISOCIETY, 1204 Washington Avenue, St. Louis. Owned by a black woman, so shout out to Jamie. Next, Henny Nights merch. Click the Linktree link that's in the show notes. It'll take you to everything dealing with Henny Nights. You can take you to the many streaming platforms that the podcast is on, as well as the merch store. And that's where you go to find your hoodies, your crew necks, your tees, everything Henny Nights merch related is right there in the merch store. So as always, I appreciate anybody that cops the merch, rocking the tees, rocking the hoodies or whatever. But yeah, if you want some merch, that's where you go to get it. So I greatly appreciate that. And now,
how you been, man?
I'm solid, man. I'm solid, bro. I can't complain, man. So yeah. I know y'all hear that voice on this motherfucker, man. I reached out to one of the homies from the crib doing crazy shit. out in LA and stuff, man. But first of all, it's motherfucking Lajethro Jenkins in this bitch.
Hey,
let's
man,
just say that,
here,
man.
If it's dealing with the crib,
I know, right? Yeah, man. But first, let me give you your flowers for some shit first, though, dog. So when'd you leave St. Louis?
I left St. Louis in like 2006, August 26, 2016.
Okay.
Bro.
So it had to be around.
Cried like a baby, too. I ain't gonna lie to you.
It had to be around 2015 or 2016. We was in the gym, the brand new gym they had built on Umsel campus or whatever.
Yeah.
Like you had just, you and Dragonfly just started, y'all podcast or whatever, I believe.
We started in 2015, yo.
Yeah. And I was doing like an internet radio show, basically a podcast with a couple of my homies and shit like that.
For sure.
And you was like, yeah, man, just do that shit. Just do it, and see what happens or whatever. So obviously things have changed or whatever. And then I finally got up the nerve to do it by myself when you and him were doing playoff reviews, like 10-minute podcasts, like short, I don't know what you want to call them or whatever. It was on bumpers.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah. So I tapped in with y'all on there and I was like, oh shit, these niggas only doing like 10 minutes. I know I can do 10 minutes.
Right.
I know I can do 10 minutes or whatever. And yeah, man, that was a big ass catalyst for me, like continuing to, do the podcast and shit. So like, yeah, man, you've always like been the homie since, Thug Friends days. You know what I'm saying?
It's crazy.
Yeah, man.
But I'm glad you did that too, bro. And that's when people be hitting me like, what should I do? I'm like, just put your shit out. You know what I'm saying? Like, not only me, I've seen this dude named Kieran on Instagram, where like he had like 300 and some Instagram followers, wasn't really, dropping his shit. And since the middle of last year, he's gone from 300 to like 100K. He got, he talking to like, they had him covering the NCAA championship. He was on the field for the championship and shit. Like, content been going crazy, and he'll say like he showed his shit like on Twitter. He tweeted it. He was like, "Yo, just put your shit out," and that's what I be telling folks, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, if it's good content, you know what I mean? People will start tapping into it. Just put it out, and you get on social, whatever, and show people what you're doing. You know what I mean? Like, just keep doing it, dog. And there's times where I felt like, bro, should I just go back to doing finance? Should I just use this finance degree, dog? Like, you feel me?
Right.
And there was, and luckily I didn't, and I got my opportunity, and I've been moving since, bro. But yeah, it's out here for you. It's out here for you. Trust me, I am not special, dog. You know what I'm saying? I just kept trying shit. Like you said, I did Thug Friends. I had a fake rap group in 2011, nigga, on some just silly shit. You know what I mean? We tried it all. You feel me? You know,
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I appreciate that. But like you said, you cried like a baby when you left. What was the like the moment you was like, yeah, bro, I got to get up out of here in order to like do what it is that I really am trying to set out here to do?
First off, like we talked about Thug Friends days, like let's talk Made Monarchs, bro. I always said
Facts.
Made
Shout out to
Monarchs was
Adrian
in
for
like
sure.
Adrian, Jonna, Skip, Darren, you feel me?
Yep.
And we was doing shit around the same time. And they popping, they doing their thing, you know, ain't like they ain't doing their thing. Everybody good. You know what I'm saying? You know, Adrian been in the fucking Smithsonian. Fuck you mean? You know what I'm saying? You
fucking famous as fuck.
You fucking kidding me? Nigga, like Spielberg at the opening, you know, talking about his work in the Smithsonian. Come on. So like everybody going crazy, but I always said Made Monarchs would have went dummy if it was like Chicago, New York, LA. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you know these hubs and shit. But like, you know, but like, so I realized like I'm looking like, damn, like if I really want to do what I love, you know, there's opportunities here, but it's not for people with my skin tone. You know what I'm saying? It's a glass ceiling. Like there's only a certain amount of opportunities, and there's so many talented people in St. Louis. So I was like, I know I might have to shake. And I mean, my family, my friends is there. You know, that's home. I love St. Louis, nigga. Like I tell people, that's the center of my universe, bro. Particularly the top of our hill is the center of my universe. I used to go to that motherfucker just thinking what I need to do with my life all the time. You know what I'm saying? Just getting my thoughts together, driving over there and shit. But yeah, so like I just realized I went to Africa with Prince EA. We was dude from the crib, went to Metro.
Hoop with him plenty of times. Yeah.
You said what? You said what?
Hoop with him plenty of times.
Yeah, he could hoop too. I ain't gonna lie, he
Facts.
cooked me one time, but only once. Once. And I hadn't played a little minute, but I was like, oh, this man got some little gun, but never again. Anyway, so but yeah, so I went to Africa with Prince EA. That was my college roommate.
Okay.
And so at UMSL, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, we went to Africa with this thing he was doing, and I was just along for the ride. He just could take somebody, I'll ask me to go. And so I just like, while there, bro, like I'm just tapping in with like, bro, like I remember the second day there, I just bawled for no reason. I just woke up in the middle of the night. It was a storm. There was like, I could hear we was out in the bush. And like, you know, I just felt so connected to my surroundings. It's the first time in my life I wasn't a minority. We got off the plane, and we got in the taxi, and the dude was like, me and him was like, kind of like, damn, we really in the motherland. You know what I'm saying? We was in Kenya when we first got there, then we went to DRC. But it was like, oh, where y'all from? We was like, from the States. He was like, oh, from St. Louis particularly, you know what I'm saying? St. Louis, USA. We don't claim Missouri. But
not at all.
So he was like, oh, he was like, so you just came home. He said, you come home. And we looked at each other like, oh shit. I started wondering like, oh shit, like damn, you know. And then, but one day I just felt so connected to the next morning when I woke up, I felt so connected to my surroundings. I just started bawling. I never felt like that before. And so I was just like, the whole trip was like mind blowing. And I was like, yo, I have certain opportunities. I need to take advantage of that. And I remember coming back, I said, this is gonna be my last year working at UMSL. You feel me? I've been there like 8 years. 7 years, and I was going on my 8th year. And then my sister, she was graduating from med school and getting done with her residency. She's moving to Atlanta, and she was like, yo, come to Atlanta. There's more opportunity here. She said, but I was like, I don't want to rule. I ain't trying to live with you. She's like, John, I don't have no kids, no husband. That's all changed now. But I have no kids, no husband. I need somebody to spend this money on, bro. And she was like, I can't, you know what I'm saying? She was like, just come and stay with me. I'll take care of her and everything. Just figured out you're not happy with what you're doing right now. But this will give you at least a chance. You feel me?
Right.
So I was just like, I got to take advantage of it. You know what I'm saying? It was like the universe working shit. And bro, when I left, I remember the day I left, I never cried so much in my life, bro. I left you know what I'm saying? And as much as I knew I needed to shake and I wasn't happy doing what I needed to do, it's just different when you leave in the crib. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to be able to drive down the street and see my little brother. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Both my grandmothers, my whole family, my cousins, everybody there for except for my immediate family. But moved to Atlanta. I had already finagled to where I was going to start a art direction program. set up that all up, applied for, got accepted, and my financial aid set up and all that. Did that for like 2 semesters, got a job offer while in Atlanta. And so I quit art school to pursue this job offer, and the job offer fell through, dog. So I'm sitting for like 6 months making money selling shit. Remember I used to sell shit online, like little clothes and shit. Like, and I made good money doing that. I would do like little whole my little fake advertise, like
like, I still got one of the Hogwarts joints.
the campaigns around the shit.
Yeah.
And so I remember I was 2 weeks. I remember one Wednesday. It was like Wednesday. It was a Tuesday. And I talked to Joy. I was like, she's like, "What you trying to do?" And I'm like, "Man, I don't know. I mean, I've been here like, I ain't, it's been like 4 or 5 months, and I left school to get this job. Shit ain't shaking like that. I really might get back into finance." She's like, "John, that makes me sad to even say that. Why were you trying to do that? Why?" I was like, "I just might use this finance degree. I never used it. I might use it." She was like, "Man, just reach out and somebody just see what happens." So I hit my homie up, Andy Cole. I said, "Yo, I'm looking for gigs. You know what I'm saying? Is there y'all maybe have some space for me or something?" And they gave me a job offer. They said, "Yeah, we got space." They gave me a job offer. But the thing is, they wanted the podcast too. And so I was like, the podcast was already with ADD in LA, but we weren't getting bread. They were just kind of like distributing our shit. So it was helping with the views and whatnot.
Right.
And I hit Kev on stage, the homie, you know what I'm saying? But, and he was like, I just was like, "Yo, I'm not really good at this industry shit and line and whatnot. I'm going to just keep it a stack with you. I got this job offer. I need the bread. I need the opportunity. You know what I'm saying? But they want the pie. I know we doing business with y'all, but I'm just giving you a heads up." He said, "Let me see what I can do." They offered, they flew me to LA, talked to the CEO. 2 days later, I had a job offer there, which matched the job offer from the job before. The New York job offered me then another, like it was like $30K altogether more than the job in LA. But I remember talking to Kevin. I said, "Bro, they just offered me like," it was like 6 figures. It was like close to 6 figures at the time. And at the time, you know what I'm saying, I'm a broke ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't know that LA and New York costs twice as much to live in.
Right.
That's like basically 50K in St. Louis and shit. You know what I'm saying? But I was like, they offered me. I remember there was a big. I remember like they getting the offer. Talking to Kev and telling me, he's like, "We can't match that." He said, "But he said, I hope you come with us. But like, if it was me, I'd understand taking that. You know what I'm saying? That's a great offer, and we're gonna be boys regardless." And I went with Kev, bro. I said, "Fuck the money. I trust this nigga. He was solid. I'm moving to two big cities where I've never lived before. I'd rather be with the person I trust." Right. And I remember 7 months into the job, they had like, I don't know if you remember when Papa John said nigga.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, they had business with Papa John's, the agency I was gonna be working for. And they cut their ties with Papa John's because Papa John said nigga, and they were on that meeting, like they were on the meeting, bro, like when he said it. So they was like, "We can't do business with them anymore." But it was like hundreds of thousands of dollars in business. They had to cut like almost 100 people. And I probably would have been a part of that because I just got there. But because I went to LA, I was good. You know what I'm saying? And then that set me up for opportunity with y'all and what I'm doing now. Yeah. But bro, that's just to go, bro. I say all that to say, bro, follow your gut, bro. Follow your gut. I know that money be enticing. The money will come, and the money came. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But it just took much longer, a little longer. But you know what I'm saying? Like, me following my gut has allowed me to get to certain places, and that's what I always try to remember. Like, if my gut telling me something, listen. Don't run from that. Don't run from that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. So, spinballing into that, what is it? Well, how has it been making content that you actually give a fuck about, specifically with your friends, which has then snowballed into creating content for the NBA and shit like that? Like, how has that been for you?
That's crazy, G, because like I tell people, like talking to Mike and Tyler, and we just said this when we recorded this past Sunday. It's, bro, I cannot believe we get paid to do this, bro. No, you know what I'm saying? like these are like it never feels like work. We just be laughing. Like we was clowning each other the last pod and shit.
Oh yeah, I was listening. Fucking
Oh yeah,
Drake Fly
yeah.
was
He
dead
was
ass.
mad. He was talking. Remind me when not to talk. Let me know not to talk. That's real friend shit. Cause I was on his head. I'm like, nigga, bro, you sound like the police. But you sound like them people, bro.
Right.
Yeah. So but yeah, I cannot believe it. But it's a wild experience to like. It's still hard to wrap my head around. And then NBA players is just interesting. Like the people I've met and interviewed. I used to be really nervous, and I still like some nervous pride, but I used to be really nervous going into the interviews. Like, but I've always just been like, when I meet people, oh, that's a human. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just when I get in it, when I'm in, oh, they're just a human, just like me. And also, like, I realized the really, really talented people that are very successful, like Chuck, Shaq, Jamie Foxx. These people I've interviewed that have been like, damn, they obviously them on TV. I can't believe if I'm talking to you know what I'm saying? The really, really talented people make you feel like you're the most important person on the planet. You know what I'm saying? Like, Chuck was so fucking cool. I mean, like, he felt like a golf buddy or something. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Shaq, we had 10 minutes with Shaq. Shaq stayed an extra 10, 15 minutes to tell me a story about some Sade concert he went to. We were just rapping. You feel me? Jamie Foxx, we was talking about, like, Kobe, and you know what I'm saying, God rest his soul, right. MJ, LeBron, you know what I'm saying, like just rapping, you know what I'm saying, arguing about sports and shit. Like we knew each other, bro. These people are just they're very talented people, but they are really good at just like making you feel like they normal. They'll calm, you know what I mean. And so that's one thing I really learned. Also, like, bro, like today we dropped the interview with like Bones Highland and shit.
Right.
Like me and Bones just be cracking up, you know what I'm saying, on set and shit. You know what I mean? Boogie Cousins, cool as a motherfucker, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I remember interviewing Boogie, and this is the first time we interviewed was for Jenkins and Jones. And off camera, he told us a story. He's like, so we asked him a question. He said, "Are we just rapping? Or we or is this or is it, are we on? Are we this kind of content?" He said, "Hey," I said, we can. We was like, "Well, we could just be rapping." And so he told us some personal shit. The shit was still recording. We just said we wouldn't post it, bruh. A lot of niggas would have been thirsty and posted that shit. You know what I'm saying? But we, obviously was like, nah. I'd rather be cool with the Hooper than, you know what I'm saying, and then with a cool with a real nigga than to be on some, you know what I'm saying, get some clicks type shit. And also, it's like I realize how these dudes be regular as hell, be wanting to be regular and be open and honest about shit, and people be taking advantage of. But yeah, it's wild. It's wild to be somebody to be like for Boogie Cousins, fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I've been watching his whole career, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I remember seeing him get hurt, you know what I mean? And being like, damn, he was the best 5 in the league during that period.
Right.
That moment. And this dude is like trusting us. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's crazy. It's wild, bro. It's a blessing though. I never lose sight of that. Like, I know I'm very lucky to be doing this. Even though I worked really hard to get here and sacrifice, but still, I still feel very blessed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. You definitely earned that shit. And somebody has kind of been there, out the mud type days or whatever, and just watching. It's been like, yeah, bro, like that's somebody from the crib that I know that's like really doing
real regular nigga.
And that's really him. He not like getting in the room with these people and then it switched up or whatever, which is hella dope that the people you're meeting are kind of on the same thing, because when you see them on TV, it's the larger than life aspect of it. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. I feel like if you're gonna do something, like out of pocket, like I help kind of like, I help design how the show will go, right? I create things that'll allow me to be myself, bro. I'm not signing up for it if I can't be me. If you want me to put a shirt and tie on type niggas, bro, there's a number. Like, if it's gonna change my life, all right, I'll put a shirt and tie on. You know what I'm saying? But if I'm on camera, once that camera turn on, I got to be able to be myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? Like, you got to be able to be yourself. And I think that's what people want, is they want people they can relate to. I'm the regularest nigga. You know this. I'm regular as fuck. I'm just a chill ass, country ass nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like that's me. That's always been me. And that's who I am when I'm on camera. So I feel like if I can't be myself, like that, it makes it more of a job. If I got to get on there and be something, yeah, you got to come with energy. You know what I mean? Sometimes I'm tired. I come with it, but I try to think like I get to do this, and that excites me, even when I'm tired. You know what I'm saying, and all that. So yeah, bro. Like I tell people I think me being so regular is my superpower because anybody can look at me and see themselves in me. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't, I'm not 6'4". I'm 5'11", regular ass brown, wear a size 11. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm a carbon cutout nigga, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so like I think that's been my superpower is like people can see themselves in me and I lean into that, bro. Like I'm never on some extra shit, bro. I'm always just myself and I do really cool shit, but that don't mean that'll change shit. You feel me?
Right. What was the moment where you was where the with the podcast and everything like that was like, oh shit. this is different than just chopping it up with my niggas talking shit. Like, nah, it's actually bigger than what I thought it was.
I think the moment when we thought, oh, this is when like I remember we had me and when I got the job opportunity in New York because it was originally supposed to be a show with me and Tyler. And they flew us out. We did a test and all that. And they was going the culture route. Like they needed somebody to talk culture and sports. We were doing that. They ended up signing a deal with ESPN and it was like a $500 million deal. So like, and they blew through all that money crazy. But anyway, like $500 million deal. And they went hella sports with it. And so that's what fucked up. That's why they fell through. But we was testing in New York. And I remember like, it was in like Brooklyn. And you know what I'm saying? It was, we shot a test and the shit was fun. Like we was laughing. We had the crowd. We had the people behind the camera laughing and whatnot. And I was like, oh shit. Like, and nothing turned out from it. But that's what made me realize like people are tapping in that can help to, really, they want to see us, take the next step, and just not be two niggas just talking with their iPod headphones, sound like we talking through a damn Campbell soup can. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just cracking the jokes here and there. So like that's where I kind of realized that it could be something in that. That we may have had something really good that people wanted to spend money on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But before it was just like, bro, we didn't take it all that serious at all until we probably didn't take it too seriously until we had the Patreon where people were paying us initially. And then volume now, like we do it twice a week and we didn't think we had enough content, but man, we can make it, we can talk about anything. And you know what I'm saying? We realized that, but doing it twice a week, thought it'd be hard. It's the easiest twice a week ever, bro. But I think like, because we was taking the whole summer off. We'd be like, nigga, it's pretty outside.
Y'all was just like, nigga, we finna be outside.
Right. And we hop back on when the fall came. But it's crazy. Like me and Tyler would be on the phone still rapping. We going to South by, we doing all type of shit together, going to New Orleans, rapping on the phone. But we didn't do the pod. We could have just turned the pod on. And them conversations could have been the pod. But we was like, nigga, fuck that. We homies. So I'm just gonna call you on the phone, talk for an hour and a half. Right. I see you in New Orleans. I see you in South by. You feel me? But we was like, this is fuck work. It's the summertime. We never really took it too seriously until like Patreon people were paying to at least hear us weekly. And then with volume, it was like, oh, okay, this is how you really run a show. But man, it still feel the same. Like even on volume, man, we talked about it. I can't not say nigga. You know what I'm saying? keep it uncensored. And they leaned in. And Cowherd has been solid, bro. Solid, bro. A solid boss, bro. You know what I mean? So I think that's, so I think that's what we realized it when we went to New York, but we started taking it be more consistent and more serious about it around Patreon and definitely when we signed with Volume, you know what I mean?
Facts. And then on top of that, y'all changed up the dynamic a little bit when you added Mike. You added a third person.
Yeah.
That could have gone left or right, but he like fit in seamlessly at that when he came in.
Mike, I feel like Mike has a special, like, cause me and Tyler would get on that motherfucking talk for 2 hours or some shit, just dragging out shit, and it would be funny, but like something like we having a show, just particularly flow to it. And I remember like he got on the pod because he was Mike used to listen to the pod. He used to listen to the pod and would go running while listening to the pod. You know what I'm saying? And he remembers like he told us like he wouldn't run as much when in the summers when we wasn't pod because he didn't have, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he ain't had the content.
Like, right. So we had a show. We was like, yo, we was having like, yo, we were talking about like, you know, dudes that had kids and then realized they was came out after having kids. And that experience was, and you know, his dad came out after having him. And so he hopped on that pod and we rapped. And then there was another one. I was like, it might be good to have Mike on this motherfucker. And we was rapping. And it was cool. I'm like, yo, I take the towel. I'm like, yo, he brings something different to the pod. I like the flow. He has a lot of different commentary. You know what I'm saying? He grew up around black people. He don't even like Mike is white, but he Italian. Like he ain't white. He don't really he be clowning the shit out of white people. So that's our brand. You know what I mean? And so he just fit in. He's an anomaly. And so he fit in. And I'm like, I love Mike, bro. That's family, G. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. I'm so glad we got Mike. He has a special knack of like knowing when to cut something off, when to change the subject. The segues is beautiful. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He does all the ads. He like, bro, I'm not making y'all do nothing. I know y'all hate that shit. So he does all the ads in one.
What's your vibe?
Yeah. They made Tyler do that one though.
Yeah, what's your vibe?
Personality. Like, we know everybody. No, nobody's talking about car personality anyway. But yeah. But other than that, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, but he's been a great addition, and it could have went left. And we would have, you know, if it did, we would have corrected it, but it didn't. And I'm glad, bro.
Yeah. It's definitely added to, and he definitely hones it in. Like I was listening to the episode that came out yesterday where y'all was talking about that stepped on my man's hand.
Mikey Williams, yeah. he and really did because me and Tyler just
and it was like y'all forgot that y'all were on a pod because you know when your homeboy takes something so seriously and like, nigga, are you serious right now or whatever? And they get tight. I was like, oh, it's one of them moments or whatever. And Mike brought it all in or whatever. So it's super important to have that.
Right. Okay, like you know what I'm saying? I was like, I was just going. You feel me? St. Louis shit. We just playing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Getting our little issue. You feel me? So, but yeah, it was funny. But I love moments like that. Niggas hit us up like, this is one of my favorite pods. I think when we do shit like with the Mike Tirico shit, when we forget it's a pod and we just two niggas we just clown. You feel me? Like and we really laughing on some nigga. This how you laugh with your homie shit. Like you know, like you have a little barbecue and shit, y'all smoking and drinking and shit. You just go in on a nigga and y'all really laughing, like get up and run type laugh. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's the type of shit we be on at times. And like I feel like they got to that point. You know, but I've been on other than that too. I remember I was talking about that little fire shirt that I slow-mo had on. I still think I could get that off. I've been wanting to buy that shit, but it's gallery department. That motherfucker $800, nigga. I ain't trying to. I can't. You know, I ain't trying to. Come on, bro. I ain't fucking with.
You think you can rock the Shannon cardigan?
Nah, that shit too weak, bro. Bro, it's material stacked on material.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, Shannon, you a buff ass nigga. Get you a little turtleneck. You an old head.
Facts.
That look good on you with some nice little slacks. You ain't gotta look like the young niggas trying to be cool and you know what I'm saying, and the Dior dunks and all that. That shit look dry on old niggas, especially a big buff nigga. Get you a little turtleneck, get you some old nigga swag.
Mm-hmm.
You know who be dressing? They be clowning, but he be dressing Steve Harvey.
Now he do. He be putting that shit on.
Right.
Yeah,
I mean, he had the big ass suits.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But like, he got him a little. He be putting some. It be kind of young, but it's the old nigga type. You know what I mean? Where he like but he keep it he ain't on some extra weird. You know, he'll wear the designer shit you see gunning them in, but he do it in a very classy, nice way.
Yeah,
He's still keeping himself. You know what I mean? So he be putting that shit on. I like that little uncle swag. You know what I mean? That look better than when you trying to dress like you young. That shit look goofy as hell to me. You know what I mean? So
facts. Yeah. I just wanted to see because I didn't like the cardigan either. I thought it was a denim cardigan at one point. And I'm like,
right.
What the fuck does he have on? But like that, oh shit, it looks great. I'm like, not really.
Now the cardigan weak. A lot
not really.
You know what I'm saying? Not really. You feel me? a lot of what I think it's Ralph Lauren's son or
Yeah,
something.
it's his son. Yeah.
He got some cool shit. That ain't one of them, though. Like that ain't, you know what I mean? And I think a lot of motherfuckers like it's like I think it's like a $2K, $1,200 cardigan. $2K. That ain't shit to Shannon Sharp. He got it. He got it. Whatever it is, he got it. But to me, like I feel like motherfuckers be getting rich and they just dress nasty. It's just they get silly with shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because they got the bread, they gonna really, really go dummy.
Experiment.
It's like, bro,
yep.
I mean, it's cool to experiment, but bro, that's so you look silly, bro. Like you look nasty with all that designer on, goofy shit, bro.
Big Autobot ass tennis shoes,
you know
and shit.
Them big beefy ass motherfuckers, bro. Like damn, them big ass Balenci's everybody had, them dad shoes, them shits was weak, bro.
Yeah.
You had a double quarter pounder on your feet, nigga. You thought shit was sweet with some skinny jeans on. You look silly, bro. You look like Rocket Power right now. Like, you feel me? Because shit, the silhouette look crazy. Your shadow looking wild.
Yeah. Like the fucking the figures you used to draw, like how you thought people looked when you were younger.
You look like
just stick
cartoon.
Figures, big ass shoes.
Big ass shoes, skinny ass legs. You looking goofy, bro. That ain't it, dog.
Not at all.
That's some cool shit. Like I still want some Prada joints. Them shit's crazy expensive, but one day when I get, you know what I'm saying, I might, go ahead and own some. I still like them little Prada sneakers, a little, the dope boy joints. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I still want a pair of them, but not many designer sneakers look good. People just be putting on designer because they trying to flex. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Same. I felt the same with the I think the Alexander McQueens that look like the Adidas. Like
you talking about with the heavy beef on the bottom?
Yeah. I'm like, these are just Adidas. That's
a
Stan Smith. Yeah. Like that's all it is or whatever. But they fucked around and grew on me. I don't know if I would ever rock them.
I see people in them and they look cool.
Yeah, they look decent on some people for sure.
But yeah, like I just can't. I just can't wear no. I can't buy no. I think the closest I got to designer the common projects. And they really low key shits. You know what I'm saying? And I just put them on when I'm supposed to put on dress shoes, but don't want to wear dress shoes. Like nigga, when I quit my job at I burned all my suits. I had a Brooks Brothers suit that was tailored. Ooh. And burnt that
motherfucker.
Just so I couldn't go back. So I can't go back. I can't go back. It was symbolic. I should have kept that suit though, nigga. That was stupid as fuck. But I ain't literally burned it. I just threw that motherfucker out. But I threw all my suits out. I'm like, you can't go back. I remember I got arm tats and a hand tat. I'm like, I can't cover these up, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like
you didn't commit it.
You make it or you ain't. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah. And now look at you. You in a space where you ain't gotta worry about none of that shit.
Now, shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I got neck tats now. I got a picture of like a finger, like a baby holding how babies be holding it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then I got 2 roses on the other side. You feel me? So yeah, I got neck tats, and then don't nobody give a fuck, bro.
Yeah.
I thought about getting something right here on some on some real nigga shit. I might do it. We'll see, but
you never know.
It's all good. It's all good. The space which I move, it's sweet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. So with that space, what's the wildest NBA story on record that you
wildest NBA story that I heard, bro?
Yeah.
I think I don't know about wild. I don't know about wild because as far as like the one that it was that Tim Duncan. Actually, no. Shump was talking about the moment when Kyrie was guarding. Kyrie and Steph was that moment when he got it, Steph, and so like basically said Steph was running from Kyrie. He wanted to switch out, like he did not want that smoke because Steph's a hoop, a bucket. He's not a defender,
right?
You know what I'm saying? He's just the biggest bucket we have seen from the point guard position ever. Mm-hmm. Second best point guard of all time. You know what I'm saying? Behind Magic. You know what I'm saying? But like he's a bucket. He's a dog. But like he ain't a defender. Kyrie, bro, like. Great defenders can't guard Kyrie, nigga. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't he just this is not the role he's supposed to play on this team.
Right.
Anyway, so they had it to where they had a switch and they was trying to, bully Steph. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
And so anyway, JR and Shumpert were calling out the saying like, they was like, Kai, put him in deep water. He can't swim. You know what I'm saying? He in too deep. Take him to the deep end, like yelling at him. and then Kai hit him with step back, you know what I'm saying? Game time. But it was just like how like nigga, this is
Steph.
Game 7.
Yeah, in the finals.
Steph Curry, like Steph Curry's a fucking god, nigga. You feel me? And Kyrie, bro, Kyrie is maybe I think the most skilled NBA basketball player because there's nothing he can lean. Like you can't lean anything. Like he can do literally everything with a basketball in his hand. So like he's not like a defender's like if I don't let him do this, then you're not gonna hamstring him.
He gonna go to something else.
Yeah. He can do whatever. He got 2 weak combos, and everybody that says they welcome like all of the young niggas we talked to about when was your welcome to the league moment, a lot of them say Kyrie. Guarding Kyrie is like you know what I'm saying, different. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
But like and that moment where like I remember watching that in 2016. This was like 2-3 months before I left. You know what I'm saying? I remember watching those series. I remember Bron had led in every statistical category because like rebounds, assists, points. You know what I'm saying? Like I think blocks too. But like I remember nobody ever done that before. He had 240 balls back to back. You know what I mean? Like
and Kyrie had went crazy those last few games too.
Kyrie had a 40 ball. You know what I'm saying? I think it was game 5. They both did that. But so they came back from 3-1. And I remember when they won. I remember living in U City, running out to Delmar. They did it. They fucking did it. You know what I'm saying? Like yelling on the street. Like, bro, like, what am I doing? You know what I'm saying? But I was just so geeked. Ran out the apartment on the Delmar, yelling in the street, yelling in my yard and shit. In the apartment, it's just like so elated. And then I'm sitting rapping with Shump about the moment. And he's telling me about how they was talking shit and all that shit that was going on in that moment. It was just wild, bro. Like, damn, I'm really talking to NBA players. It's one of them shits. Like, I'm talking to the people
on some shit that I watch TV. Yeah.
Bro. You know what I'm saying?
And
like,
everybody remembers where they were in that
and
game.
I remember, and also another wild moment was the Pacquiao moment. I remember, like, I used to watch Pacquiao
Yeah, that
highlights.
was crazy.
Yeah, I was watching Pacquiao highlights. Like, at also just, watching Pacquiao highlights. Just hitting. I would watch him hit the bag, bro. I was a Pacquiao fan. Like, I would watch him until, like, I mean, he's a great fighter, but, Mayweather dismantled the man. Jesus Christ. Just that supercomputer, Pacquiao had no business being in there with it. But he played with the man. But anyway, I still love Pacquiao. So I watched him hit the bag. He generates so much power so quickly. I'm tripping off that shit. And then one day, I got invited to interview Pacquiao, but they said I got to run. This is when he was training to fight Thurman, and I got to do his running routine prior. Sat down and ate breakfast with him and shit. Did that core workout at the top of the hill in Griffith Park and shit. And so, like, I remember being interviewed about it. Like, I was not interviewed. I was talking to, like, I was at work and I'm talking about the experience, like, because we were documenting it all. And I just broke down crying, nigga. So I was like, damn. I was like, what's crazy? I remember watching Pacquiao highlights like when I was like trying to figure shit out. I didn't know what the fuck I was going to be doing. And I'm like, damn, nigga. And I thought to myself, damn, nigga, you interviewing Pacquiao. Like, you about to interview Pacquiao. Like, you about to eat breakfast with this man. You just ran. You just did his workout. And I just like, kind of a full circle moment for me. And I was like, wow, like, you really are. You doing what you said. You're the nigga you wanted to be.
Yeah.
You feel me? You the dude you was looking at like, damn, I wish I could. You that person now. So you got to make some shit shake. But it was still like, man, bro. So that was a wild moment too.
Yeah. I just like I said, remember seeing all of that. I'm like, this nigga, he at the table with Pacquiao. What the fuck,
nigga? Bro,
what's happening right now
with his family? You know what I'm saying? Boo Boy, the dude that that trainer was, he was sitting there rapping with him. Like, I see you on HBO, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'm watching that the HBO.
Yeah, the HBO specials,
prior to the fight. So I'm like, damn, bro, tweak me out. I remember like, I forget homie's name. Old head, been in the game of boxing for so long, but I remember talking to him. And he cool. I forgot his name. I'm just having a brain fart. I know his name is having a brain fart. I still rap when we was supposed to play golf with him when I go to Vegas and shit. But next time I don't never go to Vegas. But he said if I'm in the town, hit him. I'm like, hell yeah. Bro, I ain't gambling. What the fuck you mean? I'm gonna want my money back. You feel me? But I remember like rapping with him. I just met him, and he was like he's gonna do the long form interview. I was gonna the short form like social interview. Mm-hmm. And so he was like yeah. I was just talking about boxing. And so he goes and sits down at the table and he's like, come sit by me, John. I'm like, bro, just like, because I didn't know. I thought I was going to interview him afterwards. When I'm not outside of eating, you know what I mean? I thought I was going to interview him on some real quick shit. He said, come sit by me, John. So he's inviting me to the table. I'm sitting there talking to him, eating breakfast. Bro, just crazy, man. I've been really, really blessed, dog. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you. Damn, I'm there tripping now. Like, damn,
that shit. The shit you saying, like, damn, I did that.
Yeah, I did that shit.
Damn, that happened too.
Damn, that shit really happened. Like, I really, you know what I'm saying? So it's crazy. Especially been blessed for sure.
Yeah. Speaking of blessings, you are a dad now.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, man. A lot of my homies is out here, you know, starting.
You ain't trying to get out here, nigga?
I am. I'm gonna get in them waters at some point.
Yeah.
For sure.
Them deep waters.
Yeah, them deep waters for sure. But how has like having your daughter just changed your outlook on things that, you know, you may have thought about one way and now you're like, nah, I was like totally wrong about that. This is like,
man, if you listen to the early podcast episodes, we was anti-marriage, not anti, because anybody, I cried when Adrian got married, and at that time I didn't never want to get married. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But I cried with him because I was happy for him. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about crying. I be crying, nigga. I be crying. I be happy. Yeah. So like I remember like, but like I just was like, it's not for me. And if I had a kid or not, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think kids are more for me than a marriage. I was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I have a kid or not, cool. If I have a kid, cool. If I don't, cool. Like, I know I didn't control that. And actually, I'm keeping it stacked with you, bro. Like, I got to the point where, like, maybe my shit broke, nigga. I don't know. Like, I mean, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't like, you know.
Testing that theory out. Yeah.
I wasn't testing. I was pulling and praying, you know what I'm saying? But like, you know, but I was thinking like maybe my shit broke, nigga. Like, I mean, wouldn't I have a mistake or something by now at this point?
Right.
But nah, G. But yeah, I mean, you listen to the old podcast. I was a very different perspective on shit. But man, it's calmed me down a lot as far as like I don't really, bro. We went out. Tyler and Adrian flew out for my birthday, bro. We went to the Soho house. Adrian got the Soho membership. We went to the Soho house, chilling and shit. We was home by 11:30, nigga. We drank, nigga, good and washed. Leaning all the way in, baby. I'm not, bro, I don't even want none of that shit, dog. Like, bro, like, I go out, we had 1 round of drinks and 2 rounds of cookies. Nigga, chilling, bro. And that's the thing, like, bro, like.
You happy, bro?
I'm happy. I'm content. Yeah. I ain't out here looking for nothing. I'm cool with the gig shit. Like, it kind of put things in perspective. As far as things that I want to do personally, it kind of gets lit a fire with that. Like, I really need to do this. This can really set me up to where I could be home more with my shorty. You know what I'm saying? Like, because that's what I really want to be. You know what I'm saying? Where I'm making some good bread and I could do it where I'm controlling my time and shit. You know what I mean? Like, I love what I do, but I want to be in control of my destiny. You know what I'm saying? Being that I have have her as my responsibility now. But, bro, like, it'd be so fire coming home and, like, I come home and her head be out the window. That. And she be cheesing looking out the window when I'm home. This shit's sweet. But yeah, it just kind of I always say that like having a kid put everything in its right perspective. It I never really, I was always a dude that was like, damn, should I do this? I had a song, I'm a creator, so my brain be everywhere. Like ADD for sure. You know what I mean? Like, but like it kind of, you know, gave me like a North Star. I always say like, well, if it's not good for my family, it's not good for me. And it's just real easy to make decisions when your brain right there. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, my wife probably go out more than me. I don't do shit but play golf, work, you know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? And kick it with, kick it. Like my homies will come over. I'm going to the little Bronny game and I'm, good. Congratulations on him being a burger boy. I'm going to the Bronny game. You know what I'm saying? Like I do shit like that, real chill, low key shit. I ain't out these none of that shit, bro. We keeping it real smooth now, and it's just easy to. It's easy to now. Like I said, like you said, I'm happy, I'm content. So I just think it kind of like gave me the right, just put the bound like the. It felt like when balling, you got the bumpers. They, you know what I'm saying? So you're going to gutter.
Yeah,
That's what it gave me. You know what I'm saying?
Got
It
you.
gave me direction and, you know what I'm saying, purpose. I never felt purpose like I felt once I had my baby son. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, that's love, man. And it's something to be said about being happy and content too. Because I my birthday was last week or whatever, and
I related, my boy.
Appreciate it, man. So me and the homies, we went down to Houston or whatever.
Yeah, that's a vibe. That's a vibe.
Yeah, it was a vibe for sure. And you want to kind of do like see the city and eat and stuff like that, and we did that or whatever.
Yeah.
But I had a moment where like we was at the Airbnb and we was all just kind of chilling on the couch, and I was like, "Nigga, I could do this all night."
Nigga.
I mean, I know y'all want to go somewhere, and I'm gonna get up and get ready to go. But if we don't move off this motherfucker, I'm good,
bro. Nigga, give me a little tree, bro. You feel me?
Right,
my niggas.
Right,
some good food, bro. We can be posted.
Yeah,
I don't need the extras, dog.
No.
You can do all that you want. I'm cool, and I might hit it every so often, like I said, but like. Bro, I just really don't need that. I just really like the chill mode shit. And it's like for real, like and also, man, I like getting to bed at a particular hour. Like if I'm out drinking and shit, have one of them old like me and my wife, we went to Salon and we this like this summer, we got kind of twisted a couple nights, you feel me? But like, bro, I'm so tired the next day and the day after that. You know what I'm saying? We're like
gotta recover for the recovery.
It's like, bro, you know what I'm saying? This kind of, this if I go out and kick it too crazy on a Friday, my weekend ruined, bro. I'm sitting, bro. I'm on IR, nigga.
Facts. You get one day.
I'm on injured reserve for the rest of the weekend, dog. You know
which one is gonna be Friday, Saturday?
You feel me? But I remember I remember getting drunk, throwing up. Chill the next day, out the day after that. Though. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like it's just the body was different. So yeah, bro, like you said, big wash and happy, content. That's why this is exactly where I want to be. You feel me?
Exactly. The good old days. Yeah, I would get up, go to 609 was in the loop.
609. That's what Brad was running.
Bagging Brad and Chris. Yeah.
Jabari, everybody.
Jabari. All of them. Go there and get destroyed.
You said what?
Go there and get destroyed.
Right.
Go to work the next day. I'll be hurt.
Bro, I remember going there and getting cooked. This how Doja is 6'6". This is how I realized how tall Doja was.
Doja tall as fuck.
Doja tall as fuck. I remember going there rapping with Doja, and I stand up on. They had these little they had the little ottoman seats or whatever the fuck.
Yep.
So I stand up on one. I don't know why. I'm probably drunk. I'm looking around. Only nigga close to my height is Doja. He probably like 3 inches shorter than me, 4 inches shorter than me on a damn. I'm standing on a motherfucker. Doja, I'm 5'11". He like a good 7 inches taller than me. So like he probably about right here to, you know what I'm saying? When I stand on the couch. I'm like, damn, Doja, I said, this how I feel to be you? He looks at me, looks around. He said, yeah, basically. But dog, I remember that shit is 609 used to be cracking, dog.
Yeah, man. It was a time.
Is Blank Space still be popping a little bit?
Yeah. That whole area, what is it?
Cherokee?
Cherokee, 2720, all that stuff.
Is that still cracking a little bit?
Yeah, they still do stuff.
I heard it's growing and shit, nigga. But when I go to the crib, I just be with the family. We don't really get out like that. We post it up. We have a little get together at the crib and chill. So but,
you drive through, see the new developments. That's all you got to do. You know.
For sure. I drive down Del Mar. You know what I'm saying? I go to the city and shit.
That shit look totally different though.
Del Mar, look, bro. Only thing I remember, they got rid of the gym there, right? They got rid of Club Fitness, which is where I used to go. I used to stay at that one. That one or the one off Manchester. And then, but they still got Soul Taco. That's where I go.
Yeah.
I still stop at Soul Taco to get my motherfucking steak burrito,
Yes,
bro.
sir.
Yeah,
Yes,
that shit go
sir.
crazy.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Love Soul Taco. So
For sure. And I hit up Nick's Steakhouse. I hit Steakhouse up.
Oh yeah, best
Brand.
steakhouse. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I still
Yep,
go to
that's
the
still
Steakhouse.
here. Yeah. It's the
Steakhouse
staples.
is that's gone be here. Steakhouse.
Yeah.
I think Steakhouse might have been. I feel like I've never known Steakhouse not to be there. You feel me?
Yeah. Same here. That was here with my parents.
You feel me? Like I feel like it's older than me. It's been like been there forever. So yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So, are you believing the lie this year, or are you like all the way off?
You talking about the Lakers?
Yeah.
Bro, it's
even with the trade, you're not.
The trade, the Rui is good, right? But he doesn't move the needle in the way that it's gonna help them win. You know what I mean? The West is competitive, bro. You know what I'm saying? He's a good shooter, good defender, has a lot of size. But like I was telling my homies, I was like, I'm not really impressed with this. I feel like the Lakers have lost the plot. People were like, bro, like, why are you mad at this? I'm like, nigga, they got Bron and AD. Like, this is his last. Like, they need to win now. Like, why not make the, Rui's a good piece to add to our winning, you know what I'm saying, equation already. You know what I mean? And they've been winning. Schroeder coming back. It's hell.
The damn comebacks.
Yeah, but it's all comebacks. It's grease ball, hard as, you know what I mean? Bron's playing 40 minutes, nigga. This doesn't prevent Bron from playing 40 minutes. We saw what happened last time he tried to do this shit. This was 2 years ago. The year that they won the chip, and he was out and he looked shitty in the playoffs. He was on one ankle. Right. You know what I'm saying? So it's like this nigga, regardless of, if he 38 and he still is doing what he's doing is special. But bro, we've seen Father Time and how it affects Bron. He ain't the Bron that twists his ankle and then just tie his shit up tighter and then come back better. That Bron ain't, you know what I mean? Bron be feeling his little injuries now and shit, bro. Like the game before Memphis, he looked 186 the first 3 quarters, and then started hitting shots when the made the run. But like it's because he was been going crazy them games before, averaging damn near 40. You know what I'm saying? Or getting dropping 40 balls, averaging more than over 30. You know what I'm saying? And so like it's just a lot to ask out of him. So I feel like I really like that Pacers trade, but I know they don't want to trade them picks. What's probably gonna happen is Rui's a good piece they have, but I think they're gonna really be able to make some shit shake after they get that 47 off their books from Westbrook. Even though Westbrook's played well,
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not a needed piece in that. They need shooting. I think they need more cup defense, which they would have got with Turner. You know what I'm saying? And they need shooting out. They get that shooting with Rui, and they get some guard defense, but it's not. I ain't believing a lot. That's how they became a real chip. Contender now, bro. I'm not. Yeah. I'm not signing.
You push into next season pretty much.
I think next season they got Bron, they got AD. I don't know if Schroeder's on a 1 year, but hopefully they re-sign him. I like how he's played for him. He just in that game against Portland, he dropped 24, 25. You know what I'm saying? Like good, solid numbers. When he's playing good, we'll see what happens in the playoffs. But if we make the playoffs, but yeah. And I'm interested in seeing what happens with Rui. Rui's been playing for a bad team for a long time. So like, and also we got rid of Kuz, who was averaging 8 with us or something. Like he had, you know what I'm saying? And then he goes crazy immediately once he gets to Wizards, and he be going crazy this year. I think that's why Rui is up. Okay, they have him, they available because Kuz played so well. But anyway, yeah. So we'll see when he gets those big lights. We'll see what happens. Like you on Bron's team, playing in Los Angeles every night. You know what I'm saying? We'll see. But he's a good player. I just don't think he's a player that's going, they're 12th in the West right now, 3 games out of 3rd.
Yeah, they got to go on like a crazy run.
So like, yeah. So it's real clogged up in that space. But right now, I mean, they're still a playing team. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's how I feel.
So as far as like, with it being pretty much like the season is halfway done right now. So, in your mind, what's like the finals matchup that you like looking at these teams now? So I don't know if there's enough separation in the West necessarily.
Yeah. Denver don't seem like a team. I love Denver. I think they're a good, really, really good team, and they've stayed healthy. They played it's just like in golf. There's like they call it something like a repeatable swing, where like it's a swing that is not too extra, and you can repeat it over and over easily. Their game is like that. The way they play basketball, like it's not, it doesn't rely on the extras too much. You know what I'm saying? And so like I feel like they have a really, they understand their identity.
Right.
But I don't know if they're the. I can see the Warriors. I don't know, but the West is wild, bro. The West is wild.
Yeah.
But I think Tatum and them gonna come out the East though.
Yeah.
I think Tatum and them coming out that gauntlet. You know what I'm saying? The Bucks are good, but the Bucks and the Nets were playing really well too. The Nets can figure it out, but I don't think they have the defense to stop the Celtics offense, and I don't think their offense is good enough. But the Celtics have really pretty good solid defense, really good defensive players. Like, you know what I'm saying, Grant Williams, obviously defensive player of the year, and Smart last year. Tatum took his big step last year.
Right.
And you know what I'm saying, like Jalen's a great, you know what I'm saying, is a great defender, a solid defender as well. So good two-way player. So yeah, I think they can figure it out. The Bucks are really good. Obviously, Giannis is always a problem, but they just couldn't haven't been able to stay healthy. I think they play like less than 10 games with Middleton.
Yeah, I think it was like, I think they said 8. If I was watching it earlier.
Yeah. With all three, they big three. So like, it's just kind of difficult to like have a rhythm if you're not playing together. You know what I'm saying? And Middleton's been out so much. He's a great player, but it's kind of hard to step into it when it's time. You need to win games, and you ain't got the reps. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You ain't got your rhythm. But yeah, West is so damn. Honestly, I have no idea what's coming out the West, bro.
Yeah.
Who do you think coming out the West?
The ratings side of me wants to see Memphis come out of the West.
Oh man, that'd be so much fun. Oh my God. Did you see Memphis? Like
Memphis and
going
Boston
through the West would be fun as fuck.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Memphis, that the rating side of me wants to see that. I gotta ride for the home team, so I gotta ride with the Celtics coming out of the East, because they look good all season pretty much.
Yeah. And just Tatum Tatum took that step. I think going to the chip, losing. I think that little crazy fire. That nigga been dropping 50 balls. Like,
40 and 40 like it ain't nothing. 30 and 40 like scary. Light work.
A comfortable 40 ball where like he getting busy, but he don't like he ain't got the gas pedal all the way to the, you know what I'm saying, all the way down, it seems. And it seemed like the game slowed down a little bit for him, where he just like, picking his spots a lot better, shot selection a lot better. He makes difficult shots. He's a shot maker.
Turnaround, got the dirt turnaround. Yeah,
I saw him at Chaminade, and I remember he dropped like 17 in the first quarter, and I just left. I'm like, these niggas can't be on the same court with him. This is too easy. I'm gonna go home. Fuck it. I don't need to see him bully these kids. It's child abuse what I'm watching. If you're a parent and you're watching your kid get cooked like that, bro, I question you. Call the people on that parent, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because he was an NBA player. And then I realized he was already working with Bill that summer before, after his sophomore year. So I was like, okay, that's why he had NBA moves, because he's working with Drew Hanlon and them. You know what I'm saying? But I knew he was going to be good, but I didn't know it was going to be this good. I know it's going to be like, it might be it's him, Ja, and Luka, obviously, but like who's gonna be running the league in the future? You know what I'm saying? It's they the ones. You know what I mean? So I didn't know he was gonna be that good. You feel me? So he's even surpassed Bill, which was like wow, like Bill was like that. You know what I'm saying? I remember Bill came to play at Austin one time, and I was playing on his team. This was before he went to Florida. This when he was playing at Chaminade, nigga.
He was
I ain't
already
never
ready.
seen nothing like that. He was, nigga.
It's just different.
It was just different. But I'm like, and it's crazy. Like, what people talk about him, they don't talk about how athletic he is, right? Because he's a normal athlete in the NBA. That is the most athletic person I've ever been on the court with in my fucking life by 100. The motherfucker get his foot inside the paint and he was booming. And it's like, he's a guy that's a regular athlete in the NBA. And he looked like he could be in a high jump, a track athlete. You know what I'm saying? To me, when I was playing, it's just insane.
Yeah,
Crazy.
I think a lot of that has to do with if he wasn't in DC.
Right.
They be
I
talking
think
about him
also
a lot
like I think the
differently.
way he
So.
plays, he's a shooter,
Mhm.
and he don't like people watch him, but it's like you don't think athlete because there's so many god tier athletes in the NBA. Like
Yeah.
it's like we, if when you look at if you're going to see a freak athlete, you go to the NBA. You know what I'm saying? Like football has some great athletic dudes, but when you see them in person, they look more human. NBA players, I saw Josh Smith in Atlanta at Buckhead Mall or whatever, right? And his arms were like dragging behind him. It seemed like his measurements were insane. I'm like,
Yeah.
this nigga could punch me from across the street. Like these NBA players are measurements. That's where you see them. Like it's where you because like if you like when they're doing a Bones interview, if you see Bones sitting beside me, we look the same height.
Mm-hmm.
He stands up. He's 6'3". He's 4 inches taller than me. Arms way taller. Hands are huge. I'm like, it's like this is the people that make it to the league. The dudes that they measurements are dumb. You know what I mean? And so like, yeah, like that's why I feel like Bradley Beal to me he's like in the NBA he's just a normal alien.
Right.
That's in the NBA because everybody in the NBA is aliens. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
But he's a bucket for sure.
But he's a bucket for sure.
But he's a bucket for sure.
For sure.
All right, man. I appreciate you jumping on, bro.
Ain't nothing, man. We had a little ups and downs trying to figure out the time and shit. But hey, it was always gonna happen, bro. It ain't nothing. It really ain't. I had to do it. Like I said, for the crib, you hit me. I'm always down for sure.
For sure, man. So y'all tap in with him, Lajethro Jenkins. I ain't even gotta tell him plug his socials, none of that. Jenkins and Jones podcast, man. I have all that in the show notes, but yeah, man, big St. Louis energy for sure.
For sure, big St. Louis. Hit me when it drops, and I'll make sure to push it out too.
Okay, bro. I appreciate that. Appreciate that, man.
For sure.